Hey parents, Mr. Jim here. Ever since Osmo sent us our Genius Starter Kit, it's become the kids' favorite games to play with at home. The best part is how well they're designed to encourage learning in a way that's actually exciting. I've honestly never seen my kids pick up new skills as fast as they are after playing with Osmo. I can't help but play along with my kids as we're having a blast playing games that explore math, puzzles, art, reading, and more. Genius Starter Kits come with a base and reflector that fit most iPad models. Available at playosmo.com. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim, and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time or you're still newer to our family, I want to encourage you to try 5. That's our challenge where, for 5 days in a row, your kids listen to some awesome stories to use their imagination and watch their creativity come to life. You see, we make stories every single day for you, and you just never know what kind of story you're going to find on any given day. So hang with me for 5 days, whether maybe driving in the car or maybe during lunchtime. And I think you're going to find something pretty amazing happens. Well, friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! On our last episode, we heard the story about Leppy the spy gecko, right? Well, part 2, we're actually going to get the perspective of Benny as he was awaiting the arrival of his new spy partner. You see, Benny had been on our spy team for 2 years and had been a part of many exciting missions, but HQ said it was time for him to move on to bigger and better, more important spy adventures. In order to do that, he needed an experienced partner. When he heard that they were sending a leopard gecko, he was a little confused and kind of excited, and he had never worked with a spy gecko before. He was a little nervous about working with a new partner, but knew it was very important. That Tuesday morning, as he was waiting for Leppy to arrive, he kept a close eye out the window to make sure there weren't any purple ninjas around. As the minutes ticked by, he saw a white van drive up and down his street. Back and forth, back and forth. Holy smokes, Benny said. That looks like an undercover purple ninja van. And so Benny ran upstairs and got all of his spy gear. His binoculars, his bag, his goggles, jetpack, everything he needed. And he came back downstairs and looked out the window very closely with his binoculars, and yep, he could see him. Purple ninja heads in the windows of that white van. Oh dear, what do we do? Benny had to remember all of his spy training, which said to make sure all his doors and windows were locked. It took Benny about 30 seconds to race all around his house, making sure all the doors and windows were locked. Check. All right, what's up next? As you remember, the next thing was to make sure that all the important things were safe. So he had to keep all lock on all of the spy secrets that he had possession. He didn't want them to fall into the hands of the purple ninjas. Next, he needed to make a base. So he made a pillow fort on his couch with pillows and blankets just to make sure that they couldn't see him peering out the window with his binoculars to keep an eye on the purple ninjas. You see, Benny knew that Leppy was going to be arriving that morning, and he wanted to make sure that he kept Leppy safe because he did learn that leopard geckos are not exactly fast runners. Purple ninjas would be much quicker than Leppy. It was going to be Benny's job to keep him safe. 10 minutes passed. Nothing. Benny was starting to get a little bit worried. I hope he's okay, he said. Remember, Leppy had to go all the way across the world to Benny's house from Saudi Arabia. Benny didn't exactly know where Saudi Arabia was, but he knew it was far away. And we know from part 1 that Leppy had to go all the way across the desert. Do you remember where he hid on the camel? Yeah, behind its ears. Get on a boat all the way across the ocean and all the way to Benny's neighborhood. It was a very long trip for Leppy. But remember, Leppy was just down the street. He had to sneak inside of the box on Benny's porch. And so, as Benny waited inside of his house, he kept a sharp eye on those purple ninjas. Little did he know that Leppy was just about to crawl into the box on Benny's front porch. Benny kept his walkie-talkie close by so that Leppy would be able to contact them in a case of emergency. So he anxiously held the device closely, waiting for it to sound in some kind of alarm. And all of a sudden, he heard it. Bzz, 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 bzz. That means Leppy's here, right? Wait, what do we do? What do we do? He ran over to the window and looked out. The purple ninjas were still sitting there in the van. Right, and he looked out the front window. He didn't see Leppy anywhere. He didn't see him in the front yard or on the porch. Where in the world could he be? Oh no, is Leppy's taken? Is he in danger or... Oh wait, there's a box on the front porch. Oh, it looks like a package from somewhere, and I wonder if... I wonder if Leppy is hiding in the box. Do you think that's a possibility? It could be. So Benny carefully opened up the door, grabbed the box, and carefully brought it inside. Did the purple ninja see? I don't know. There was no time to check. He had to close the door and lock it behind him and quickly open the box to see if that's where Leppy was hiding. Because if he wasn't in this box, it surely must mean that the purple ninjas have taken Leppy the spy gecko. Benny opened the box very carefully, and sure enough, inside was his brand new spy partner, Leppy Spy Gecko.
Hey, Betty. Whew, thanks for opening up this box. It was getting a little hot in there. It's great to meet you. My name's Leppy.
Wow! What an amazing adventure of finally Benny meeting his spy partner. What do you think is going to happen next with these two spies? Are they about to go on an amazing adventure? I'm pretty sure they are. We'll have to wait and see what happens on the next episode of Kids Short Stories. We'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsor. Hey parents, it's Mr. Jim here. This back-to-school season, give your kids the tools they need to have fun while they learn with Osmo. Osmo's Reading Adventure Learn to Read game is an interactive tool aimed at children ages 5 to 7 that help them practice and develop reading fundamentals, turning them into young, confident, skilled readers, because it's never too early to fall in love with reading. Watching our youngest play with Reading Adventure this summer, I can see how much more ready he is for when kindergarten is starting very, very soon. Visit playosmo.com to check out the Reading Adventure new reader kit today. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Visit playosmo.com to check out the Reading Adventure new reader kit today. Hey, great job. You listened all the way to the end. Right now, I need to make sure that you have smashed the follow button. You see, we do these stories every single day, and I know I challenged you to that 5-day challenge, and you don't want to miss out on any of our adventures. So right now, if you're on Apple Podcasts, it looks like a plus sign up on the top right, or if you're on Spotify or somewhere else, just click the follow subscribe button, and it will notify you when a new episode comes out. Well, my friends, I hope you have a super duper day. I will see you on our next adventure. Bye!